Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'chakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, great millstone, who rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto all the Akim, you brothers preaching this word in truth and in sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom also unto the hopeful elect, you sincere believers, scattered wherever you may be. Shabbat shalom. So this one today is going to be entitled, Keep Thy Waters Flowing. And it was inspired off of actually a little walk I just did today at this watershed preserve in the area. And, you have the, there's little creek marsh type preserve within the midst of these trails. Which prompted this lesson, just being out here in the in the elements, getting some steps in. But yeah, man, so we're just gonna go into it. I put together some precepts with the help of chat, so Lord willing, this to be edifying and also exhorting on to you. All right, this is that's mighty. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, drink waters out of thine own cistern and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only thine own and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. It says, let her be as a loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. And it's symbolic unto the truth. It's like the truth being personified, this wisdom being personified, and then the fountains going into, and the waters representing what? The scriptures. Being rooted in this thing as well. You know what I'm saying? And being on a trail is mighty because, this truth is likened onto a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? It could be applied to, but then you also, we being trees, we want to be rooted and grounded, having our roots, you know what I'm saying, spread deep and vast. But going on these trails is mighty because you'll have you got some big ass trees over here, but sometimes they run through the trails and you see the roots basically sprouting up. And they run so like vast that it's like, damn, you got to like trace it back to that particular tree. And that's how we want to be within this truth, you know what I'm saying, with the foundation being Yahweh Shai, or him being the chief cornerstone. And not having or not mixing and mingling with these strange doctrines. All right. Not trying to intermingle the world with this truth. Keeping shit separate. You know what I mean? Because that too, you have guys out there, which they may be sincerely wrong, but they're still wrong nonetheless. Trying to tie in the world with the scriptures, or try to make merchandise of this truth, which is completely off. Turning the house of the Lord into a den of thieves. Shit's wicked. But, for the sincere out there, we want to keep our water pure of one source, and that source being Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? That good water, that clean water. Letting our fountain be blessed, So from here, let's go to the book of John. All right, chapter 7, in verse 38. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. This is in the red letter. All right, in the AMP, it reads, "He who believes in me, who adheres to, trusts in, and relies on me." That's mighty because, he comes in the volume of the book. Yahweh Shai comes in the volume of the book. And to the best of our ability, we have to adhere to, trust in, and rely upon the word, upon Yahweh Shai, upon Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, as the scripture has said, from his innermost being will flow continually rivers of living water. And that going into these scriptures, man, there's truth. The knowledge, the wisdom, basically guiding our lives. And it's going to be within us. You see, that's why in times to come, and the Lord had told us too that basically take no thought for tomorrow, but also as well, that's a Jake, as well, basically he's going to put a word in us that they can't gainsay nor resist. All right, once the opposition rolls on us, rolls in, the Lord is going to be the one guiding us through the Spirit on what to do, what to say, so on and so forth. And them rivers of living water is going to be poured out. And even then, God knows, it could be some believers that have to be activated in them times, and you're going to be the vessel that the Lord uses to wake them up. Now the others around you are going to be nourished. They're going to be that well, given life. And let's go leads us to the next one. Proverbs 10 and 11. Call out Yahweh Bashem Yahshai 4:4. It says, "The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked." And the AMP, it says, "The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, and his words of wisdom are a source of blessing." And really all the credit goes on to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, where the true knowledge and wisdom comes. Let's grab it. It's also in the book of Proverbs. What is that? I think it might be, it says out of his mouth. I think it is 3. Bear with me. That's mighty as well. Damn, Salakia, let me try to find it, man. Maybe is it 2? Did I scroll past it? Yeah, this is it. Proverbs 2 and 6. "For the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding." So it's via these scriptures. All right, through thy precepts I get understanding. All right, so now, and this is basically the filtration system we have to use within this world. Because everything around us, bro, could be a temptation to do evil in this place. Because you look around in this society, everything is bred in wickedness. It's just backwards. It's just turned upside down, as the scriptures say. And we get vexed, bro. We get, put in slump sometimes, just being in this place, being vexed with the filthy conversation. But we get comforted through Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, knowing that this place is temporal, knowing that our time to rule is soon come, and seeing prophecies come to pass gives us hope. Right? It's a beautiful time that we're in. But it's truly all the credit goes on to him. It all goes to the Lord. So that well, Proverbs 10 and 11, "The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life." Why? Because the words coming out of that righteous man is the truth. So the truth, you know, being a representation of them waters, is going to be a well life unto those that have the ears to hear, that adhere to, you know what I'm saying, that could receive it. But violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. You know, they plot wickedness, evil, violent, you know, starting with Esau, Edom on down. But Israel as a whole, we're a peaceable people, man. You know, we walk with grace and salt. You know, but the evil are gonna do evil, and it's a necessary evil because the Lord is about balance. All right. But from there, we'll end it off with this is Isaiah 55:11. It says, I'll start at 10. Isaiah 55:10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So it's, you know, the Lord does things for a reason. Just as rain come down and snow from heaven, and it says what? It doesn't return without basically watering the earth, giving proper nutrition, so to speak, to the different seed and different wildlife. You know, it has to. It's accomplishing its purpose. It says, Isaiah 55:11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It's going to accomplish what is being spoken, basically. It says, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So in the AMP, it says, so will my word be which goes out of my mouth. It will not return to me void, useless, without result. No, it's going to accomplish, and it's going to make way to results. It says, without accomplishing what I desire, and without succeeding in the matter for which I sent it. You know? So that water is going to give life. It's going to bring life unto those who need it, unto those the Lord wants, basically. And it's going to produce results, man. You know, the word of the Lord does not go out void. Whatever he says, has done, is being done, or will be done. And we want to pray to the Lord that he continues to keep us in this thing. And Lord willing, enduring to the end. All right. Because like I said, he could raise up rocks. We just want to be accounted worthy, man. And be given a grace. Because he could have gave this truth unto anybody, but he chose us. All right. We have not chosen him. He has chosen us. So we want to continue to pour out them waters. What? Until he makes us, what do you say? Give him no rest. Till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Loosely paraphrasing it. You know? But we want to continue to fight, continue to endure, and keep trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You want to be, you want to keep them waters flowing, keep it going, because stagnant water, what leads to decay, you know, breeds bacteria, so on and so forth. And we want to be that living water that continually produces, continually flows, has that stream about it, you know. So, hey, man, Lord willing, this video was edifying and exhorting unto thee. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors again unto the apostles and the elders, great millstone, Shalom, Wa, Kwam Yasharala, Wa, Abad, Babal. Soon.